Continuation of how to duplicate the site and then use the template in order to create your own school site. And this is my email, and you'll notice that now I have a thing from Google Sites. It says your copy's ready. I can click on this and then it will take me there. I just click on my school. I'm going to expand this for all of you. All right, so here is my new site. You'll notice it duplicated it, but now it has a new name. And you'll notice that up in the left-hand corner where it says Dr. M School, right? So now anything I edit will just be saved in this location on my duplicate version of the site, not on the original site that was posted in our classroom. So I can do anything I want. Anytime I click in a box, I can edit it. So I can change the name of my school. I'm going to call this Monahan High School. I always wanted a school named after me. Maybe one day. And then if I want to add anything in these text boxes, I can just click on them and I can type whatever I want. If I want to, maybe I feel like I don't really want this here, I want to put that someplace else on my site, I can delete this by clicking on the trash can. It will get rid of it. Right? So that it lands me on the home page for the site. I can then use these labels up here, these titles. They take me to what they call pages, and I can just click on those and move around my site in that way. I can edit what's here. I can and change these pages, and I'll talk about that in a minute. All right. So this is designed, the way they label things is almost like it's a set of file folders or something. So I have my home, then I have a bunch of pages attached to that, and I can go over here to the right, and here it says insert. This is if I want to change what this page looks like. I can add something, like maybe I want to put in a box where there is a picture and then some text. I click on it and it puts it here on the page for me. If I want to rearrange the order of these, then I can just grab onto it and move it. Right, so I can just take my boxes and move them around. They have little. You look for the little dots. This will allow you to grab onto something and move it where you want it. Okay, so that allows you to put in, if you decide I want to add a set of 3 pictures with some text under them, there's a template there for it. If I want a couple pictures with text beside them, I would encourage you to use these layouts predominantly. Designing your own layouts is possible, but it's a little more challenging. It's easier if you just decide, well, I want something that looks like this, then I want something that looks like that, and you just put these boxes in. If you just want a text box, you can click on text box. If you just want a picture that you want to import, then click on images. I'm not going to worry about these other things here. So once I get my home page the way I want it, right, you'll notice there's a thing here, change image. So if I want a different picture for my school, then I'm going to select an image because I don't have a picture that I want to use. There's a bunch of images here on the gallery that I can use. And there's also, you can actually search for something. So I can say, suppose I want a picture of a school. And it will give me a bunch of pictures. So I could say, you know what, I want this one instead. It changes the image. Okay, so I just did that by change image. Interesting. Reset brought me there. I was curious what that would do. Anyway, change image. You can look at the header type and decide what kind you want, right? If you want to change what the type looks like or where it's located. So that's how you sort of edit in one of these pages. If you're not happy with what I have up here for pages, or you want to add pages, delete pages, whatever you want to do with them, you can click on the pages thing. And then I have all the pages listed, right? So there's a home page, our school, academics, clubs and sports, right? And they're all listed across the top here. If I want to you'll notice there's these 3 little dots over here. If you click on this, you'll see that I can make that my home page. So I can switch which one is the home page. I can duplicate a page. I can add subpages. I can hide the page from navigation, which means it's kind of there, but you don't see it listed. Okay, and those are the main things you want to think about. So if I want to add a subpage, then it will put underneath, I was on our school, underneath our school, I might put community committees. Right, so now that's a subpage. If I look back here, I have home, I have our school. You'll notice now there's a little down arrow here, and that's because there's a subpage I can get to from there. So I can go back to the our school page, I can click on the arrow if I want, and I can get to the subpage. Same thing with academics, right? I have science and math, so I can click on one of those, it will take me to that subpage. If I'm in science, suppose that I'm a science teacher and I've created a school with departments, and this is the science department, and I create sort of the landing page for the science department that has some information on it, and then I want to add a subpage for me. Maybe I have a subpage within that. Maybe each teacher has their own page. So I put a little bit on there. Maybe I'm going to suppose I want to, now do something with this page, and I decide I want some images. Let's see what happens if I hit select. Right, so if I say Google image search and I want a particular image, maybe I decide I'm a science teacher, I want a picture of Einstein. If I could only spell. Look, it's even misspelled, but there's tons of them here. And I decide I'm going to put a picture of Albert Einstein on my page. So I select that and I say insert, and it will stick it on here, right? If I decide I want to then add some things about some clubs, I decided that I wanted to put some like 3 things on here about things I'm involved in, and maybe I want a let's say I want a picture of, I'm gonna upload a picture. Let's see if I have, I don't know, I'm not gonna open my photo drive here, I have no idea what's in it. Suppose I want a picture and I'm going to select an image, and I decide I want something, I'm going to do another Google image search, and I'm going to look for a picture of maybe something that I'm involved in is that we do Lego robotics. So I want a picture to put there. And then I want to write about how right, so that's the title, and you'll notice there's a smaller text box down here, and I can click in about this, whatever information I want. I would just put it all in there, and that would be it. So I can create a page for me if I want, and then maybe I want a subpage to this about a class that I teach. So I created a subpage there, and maybe I'm teaching Algebra 1. Oh, this is science. I don't want to be teaching Algebra 1. I'm going to teach chemistry. So now when I look back at these headers here, right, I have academics. Under science, now there's a down arrow. I click on that. I can see that I have a site. I can see that underneath that I have a class called chemistry, right? So that's what happens when I add these subpages. If you want to get rid of something over here in the pages, I can choose something. Maybe I want to get rid of the newsletter. I can just say delete, and it will delete it. If, since I named these things, you'll notice it says Central High up here. I probably want to change that. I just type on it. If I want to change one of these pages titles, right, then I wonder how I do that. Let me see. I've never thought about that. How do you edit those? I wonder if I change this title, if it changes it. Nope. Isn't this fun? Let's see if I say properties. Oh, there we go. Under properties, I can just change the title of the page. And this advanced thing gives me, if I want a custom path, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. I just give it a title I want. Okay, so mostly the navigation to get around into edit is over here on the right, but you can type into any text box wherever there's a plus like this with a gray box. That usually means that it will accept a photo or some kind of an image, so you can search for images. There's things over here if you want to change the section background. Suppose I want, I want it to look a little different for the background. I can choose different things in the background. Here I can duplicate a section if I want, because I have the same thing occurring a few times. So if I duplicate the section, it puts it twice. If I don't like sort of the theme, which a theme is sort of a color combination with also sort of the main typefaces that are used. There's a number of different ones over here. I can choose a different one if I want. Change what my site looks like. All right. It changes the whole site. The theme is applied to the entire thing. So now I have a different looking site than I had before. All right, so that's basically how you move around, navigate, and use the editing within Google Sites. All right,